He's a good little puppy. Yes, he is. It's about 25 after 6 in the morning. Sunday morning, the 20th, September 2020. Been up since about 5, a little before 5. Not up, but awake, not able to fall back asleep. Moved by the Spirit to do something, anything. It's like, wow. I've never seen this little dog so afflicted before. I've had him 5 years. He's had fleas twice in this 5 years. This would be the third time. Man, this time is just, I don't know, it's almost like somebody did it to him on purpose. You know, just totally bombarded him with fleas, right? Which it caused us, because while I was on the astroscape, caused us from other timelines to wallop the dog fuck out of anybody in this timeline who dares think to want there to be fleas or pestilence on an animal or human where they could capitalize on it. So like, there you go. Better not own no stock in no company that provides frontline or anything like that. Nah. Yeah, because now you're getting hit, and you're going to get time looped as some animals when you die. You're going to be afflicted. Then you're going to get spiritually executed to never get born to perpetuate it. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. The animals of the real world get protected. All the animals here, everything that was done to them gets undone. Yeah. So, churches were full today with the demon possessed who dragged Yah's name through the dirt with them. Well, not really, because, well, they call him God. God's not his name. You see, so he kind of protected himself. They ain't even taking his name in vain because they're not serving Yah, they're serving God, right? And we're having to hit their whole demographic. Look at my lipstick. We're having to hit their whole demographic. Now, whatever they didn't want Vinny to have, they can't have either. It's like, there you go. Your demographic should have sowed a different seed. Yeah. When entities came from one church to close Vinny's ministries down and drive him from his home and take everything from him, other churches should have been running to restore him. Make sure he didn't get shoved in the old people home. Yeah. It's like, now look what y'all done. Yeah. See? Omission. You fail to do what's right by those who are victimized by your demographic. 70 million homeless animals makes a statement every day against them, don't it? How do you outnumber 70 million homeless animals by 2.1 billion people? Because if there's 2.2 billion Christians, there's 2.1 outnumbering them. They're outnumbered, the homeless animals, by 2.1 billion. How do you even show your face to Yah? How do you pray? How do you even think that he should bless you or let you breathe the air when you're so valueless? That the world is causing unnecessary suffering and you won't combat it. Because your preacher didn't teach you to. Well, now your preacher's shown his true colors. Is your church open? He signed a document that he's going to turn you over to the vaccinators. Those who are going to inject you with a blood vein computer. A download of Satan, aka the ancient AI that Lucifer and Yah and Christ fight against. So yeah, I tried slamming a shot and masturbating. You know, just a quick go back to sleep. And I just laid there awake. I couldn't fall back to sleep. Huh. So it's like, yeah, I figured I'd do this for you guys, for Yah, for whoever, right? Because, well, what else can I do? Okay, what else can I do? I'm being pressed upon to do something. I did something about the fleas, the pestilence, mosquitoes, ticks, bed bugs. All y'all agree with me. For the animals. Yeah. And make sure that those who hope to capitalize, on their suffering, their affliction, that they're cursed with self-replicating curses compounded per molecule of all the animal's body. compounded per molecule of all the fleas and ticks and mosquitoes that they produced. There you go. See, this ain't their world. Yahweh will not even lay claim to this world. He said it's Lucifer's world. But for a time, Satan, ancient AI, will be the god of this world. And then before Lucifer could save Christ from being murdered yet again, he was taken out of this construct and not allowed back in. When he comes back, he's coming back pretending to be Christ for a growing season. So yeah, I feel really ugly this morning. I didn't get no sleep. I didn't get to bed till like 1:30. And here I've been awake since 5, a little before 5. I only got a few hours sleep, so I'm looking forward to this vodka knocking me out and going back to sleep for a little while. I took him out to potty. It's like the curses on the fleas and the front line arriving for this guy, this little puppy dog. Can't have him fast enough. Now, we hit the fleas before, and we hit their stock market, and we crumbled a lot of shit on behalf of the animals, because, well, the other timelines will not allow this shit anymore. That's what these freaks haven't figured out. And instead of using their resources and their money and their power to make things better, they're acting like the villains in this reality show that other timelines are watching. It's like, wow, you give a Gates some money and look what happens. You give a Trump or a Soros money and look what's happening. Give the Koch brothers some money, look what's happening. Yeah. You see? You can just say that about anybody on the Forbes Fortune 500 list or anybody that's fucking famous. Yeah. Look what happens when you give them some shit. Yeah. And it's like, now you're waking up to the fact, now that you see them in YouTube mode, that everybody in Hollywood wasn't really talented after all. It was all rigged fame. They were no more talented than your little 4-year-old daughter. Your autistic son that was made autistic by these motherfuckers. Yeah. There's no autism in the next timeline. But everybody who was afflicted with autism, they get to get time loopedism now. There you go. And there's a lot of victims. Mm-hmm. You know, autistic people, they face a lot of problems. Like us vulnerable adults. Those crazy retards on Social Security and SSI. They face a lot of hardship and bullying and shit. They were already bullied. They came here, they didn't sow any evil seed for the harvest to be afflicted. Because some bugs wanted to call themselves being eugenicists. There's no eugenicists in the next timeline of the real world. That word doesn't even get fucking created. There's nobody so freaky as they want to call the herd indiscriminately just by numbers, when there is a need to call the herd of gangsters, rappers, sports figures, greedy people worth more than $35 million, people who torture animals, people who are in the mainstream, everybody in the mainstream, everybody who ever told a lie on the news, which includes saying that Corona is real, okay? Everyone who wanted you to wear a mask but wasn't wearing one themselves. Yes. Everyone who doesn't have proper empathy for animals. You see? Everyone who would enjoy seeing an animal hurt or enjoy seeing a video of some girl knocked out, getting sexualized or raped. You see? Anyone who would want to put a female condom in a 5-year-old boy's butt. Anyone who would want to subject a little white child to being tormented by black motherfuckers when that white child couldn't possibly have did anything to deserve it. It's just a toddler. Anybody who thinks it's okay because it's a white child. You see how the herd needs to be called? We had to do it. And we had to call those who called themselves culling because they wouldn't go after the culprits. They wouldn't go after those who would benefit from illegal immigration. which includes the illegal immigrants. They wouldn't go after the motherfuckers who robbed us, stole from us. No. You see, so they're complicit, and they will be time to repay that money back. $900,000 per penny working as slaves. Yeah, unless there was a lot of malice, and then it's more than that. That's a lot of work, man. Boy, all these rich fuckers finally get to figure out what it's like to work. They don't find out till after they're dead and they're on their way to spiritual execution. And hey, wow, we were fucking bugs disguised as humans. Last night, the video I did for you was reported before the person even watched 20 minutes of it. They flagged it. Had some fun with that entity on the Astroscape. It's like, wow, your internet's going to get hit. Your gadget will, phone, laptop, computer, whatever you used. And you better be careful about whatever hand you use to hit that flag button. It's painful to have bones broke. You'll find out. Yeah. And wait till you have to try and wipe your ass with your left hand. Yeah, because you used this hand for evil. No, you can't use it. Yeah. You're put in timeout. You can't use this hand for X amount of months till it heals. There you go. Guess you gotta find something else to do besides troll now, don't you? Yeah. You should have been going on them videos where they were torturing animals and having sex with little kids and been flagging those. I mean, if you really are flag happy, if you're just a nasty little faggot, if that's all your mama could raise, you see, it's like we're out here, we're doing multi-timeline shit, getting rid of you, and you're too stupid to realize you're fucking on a fucking chopping block. Goddamn. The fucking goddamn cleaver's coming down on your neck and you're too dumb to see it. You still all it's like shit. Is there anybody in your bloodline that's not retarded? Let's start there. It might be easier to count them up. Because goddamn, how you come out of your bloodline so retarded and everybody else ain't like you. Yeah. Hey, when Pre-Vinny stopped being like his family, he became an outcast. Suddenly they hated him. Yeah. Oh, how dare you speak against someone else's adultery after the shit you did as a kid. But that was with the mind of a child, fucking retard. That shit, that adultery, that was with the mind of an adult. Perpetuated was somebody who didn't have the mind of an adult. Because, well, you can't be with me for a couple of years and I realized I have supernatural power because I'm a multi-timeline entity. You never know which one of me you're dealing with. That's the plight of these motherfucking white men. That's their burden. Oh yeah, your money can't save you, your power can't save you. Motherfucking Secret Service, military, none of these traitors who weren't there to fucking protect the children from Bill Gates. They don't have no authority now. The UN doesn't have any authority. They relinquished it back when they fucking tortured and raped them Bosnian kids. Just turned them over to all these rich fuckers that are on the Forbes Fortune 500 list right now. Yeah, they're on the Forbes Fortune 500 list. They're worth more than $35 million. And they smell like the butt and sex of tortured, the blood of tortured to death to keep their silence. The thing is, it's non-tamperable, non-deletable spirit memory that even records thoughts and omissions. Connected. The spirit memory of those who were tortured, raped, and murdered, and the spirit memory of those who perpetuated it, and the spirit memory of the UN entities who participated in it. You see, you should be enraged that Trump relinquished authority over you and your children to the motherfuckers who got exposed in the movie Whistleblower. Yeah, wasn't it the Whistleblower? And they can't even really depict to you what them kids endured because, well, you would have to go to an X-rated movie theater to see it. And I don't think they allow that level of torture videos. So you can't even see what really happened to these children. You just have to use worst case scenario imagination just based on seeing a dude run a pipe up in some girl's vagina and kill her with it. You see? Yeah. So you can only imagine what they haven't shown you. You see? It's crazy. It really is. How, everybody thinks they're getting away with something here. Nobody cares to graduate. The Bible clearly, even after they doctored it and murdered Christ to keep their changes, is like, it's still, the science part of it is still accurate. They didn't really change that. They changed the religious bullshit. They changed stuff about who the chosen race is and made all the other races fucking dregs. We're the only race God created that he was going to graduate. Sure you are. Yeah. That's why you murdered Christ. Free Barabbas, crucified Christ. That was y'all. Same motherfuckers now won't acknowledge this motherfucker's supremacy over everything famous, rich, and powerful combined. Yeah, this one motherfucker supreme to all them. They're God. As long as they keep me out, I will continue to be an angry God that wallops a dog fuck right out of them. And their stupid little agendas. Your agendas ain't nothing. You get undone, so does everything you perpetuated. That's how unimportant it was. It was just to identify you as something that would negatively affect some shit. Stupid. Damn, but you supposed to be a genius. You supposed to be a doctor and all this other bullshit. And it looks like you're highly uneducated to me. Like you're one of them bullies who went to school. You disguised yourself as a nerd. You let everybody else do your work for you. You didn't learn. You didn't educate yourself. How old are you? I'm only 56. And I know so much more than you will ever. I've forgotten more than you'll ever learn about real existence, the real world, pre-existence, and making it to the next timeline for a shot at getting to the real world. It's like, damn, man. You got called out at motherfucking, a house. These entities will have like a cattle call, and then they'll scale it down. Okay, now y'all guys come back. Y'all getting like you ain't even part of the group that gets called back. You showed up here for the audition. You're here. You're auditioning. Whether you realize it or not, you're auditioning for real world existence viability. It don't matter if you accept it. It don't matter if you don't believe the truth. It don't matter what you personally believe. It won't change anything about reality and facts, pre-existence, real existence, construct versus real world. Okay? Welfare phantoms versus those who really exist. You program you little trolls to hate this image, to not like my music. Program them little bug-minded motherfuckers running around in their little Edgar suits. I don't care. Nothing who doesn't like me here exists in the next timeline, so it's not going to the real world. I'm calling the herd. There you go. This is where we're at. I'm doing it. Because the next timeline is what matters. Fuck this shit. This shit, they say Kanye should be famous. Kendrick, Ice Cube, Snoop Slavy Dogg. never got an education, calls himself Dr. Dre. Yeah, they never got born. They didn't make it to the next timeline. Them motherfuckers in the time loops. And then they get spiritually executed. And everything that their fans did gets undone. Never was an Eminem. But if you like him, maybe you'll like being time loop. There's this pet hamsters. You know what he did to them? Yeah, he called himself sacrificing shit as a child. And that's why the fucking nasty little black devils controlled by the white devils signed him to a record deal instead of me. With, quadrillion times more talent and one skin flake on my penis than all of them have in all of their bloodlines combined. Yeah. If Dre had anybody in his family that was talented, they would already beat him down for getting famous with no talent. Same with all the rest of them bugs. They were talentless bloodlines. And the proof is what they had to offer fame was spitting stupid shit. just waiting for the guitar to come back around. Hit 20 minutes. You know how many fucked up videos I made, Vinny made, before he figured that out about this camera. He thought it was broke the first time he actually noticed it happening. Something bad wrong with the gut of this body, yo. I think Vinny's body is dying. There's some shit happening with his heart. There's like a sloshing. There's like a filling up of liquid down here. You know his dad died of that shit. They stopped draining it. I think what slows it down, they've tried to hit Vinny with it. I think what slows it down is the enemas and shit, and the homosexuality, the transgender shit. Which that's all holy to Yah. If it wasn't, he wouldn't have pushed Vinny into that's all he has. Couldn't put him somewhere where he could play his guitar and sing. Couldn't put him somewhere where he could work on songs. You had to put him somewhere where he has to be quiet. Oh, be careful what you do to motherfuckers like Vinny. Now you will have to be quiet. While you are suffering, while everything is being taken from you, while everything you love is wrenched from your life, you will be required to be like Vinny and be fucking quiet. Yeah. Don't you even scream out in pain. Don't you cry out about how bad it hurts. Do you remember watching Vinny sick? He was sick. This motherfucker needed the person he invested in all them years the most when that person bailed on him. Vinny was physically sick. And how do you reward that? Right? Do you try to minister to him and treat him right? Or do you cuckold him more on a higher, stronger level than you ever did before? Fucking get him fucking drinking again and fucking goddamn beat the fuck out of him repeatedly till he's bleeding out of his ass. Try and rip his penis off so it's fucked up. Fuck his mouth up so his teeth never sit right in his face again. Yeah. Oh, that's your big answer. That's what you want to do to a retarded person, huh? Oh, shit. You have no promise of tomorrow. Nobody promised you tomorrow. Any given time, any little fire off in your body can misfire and you can die. Did you know that? They know they can turn on this shit, turn it up to 50%, and at least half the people are going to fall out. And they can say, look, we weren't lying. It really was a pandemic. No, when he clicked on that shit, that's what the pandemic was. And the doctors tried to warn you of that. Because they tested some of the fucking animals that they killed with the shit. Like, wow, this resembles this bullshit they're saying everybody's got that nobody has. The shit that's supposedly killing everybody that has never killed one soul, ever. Ever. Nobody has ever died from the coronavirus. Did you know that? They're telling you that people have died from it. But it can't kill you. All it can do is make you miserable for a little while. It's got less than 0.1% chance of fucking fatality. And that's from Dr. Fauci himself. Back when he was rolling with some motherfuckers that aren't Fauci like him. Yeah. That motherfucking hoaxer. I'd love for him to get a hold of like Vinny's story or music or something. He can make this motherfucker into something. If you listen to this guy's music, it will heal you. And you know, if he said that, he'd actually be telling the truth. Because they don't want you to hear Vinny's music that's designed to fight against nanobots. They want you to hear Kanye, whose fucking shit has been mastered to fucking make you sick with them nanobots. Kanye's so dumb, he'll let his children listen to mainstream music. Yeah, he won't warn them. They took our shit from us for a reason. The white man's putting sub-frequencies on shit. The white man already put nanobots in the food and in the beverages, in the water, in our pharmaceuticals, in our treatment. And then he activates that shit to give us cancer, whatever disease he wants to hit us with the fucking frequencies from Daddy's music. Do you see why Preveni wasn't allowed to do it? You think he didn't get opportunities? You think people didn't try to sign him? You think people didn't try to pull him up? Those who tried to pull him up, it's kind of like, okay, are you going to trust Bill Gates to make you lab meat now that he wants to poison you with everything that he puts in your body? Do you see how anybody who rolls with him can't be trusted with this thing that must be done? You must stop murdering animals for meat. You've had the technology to create meat in a lab for 50 years now, and you're still torturing animals. I was 6 years old when you motherfuckers figured out how to make fucking steak in a lab. This was 50 fucking years ago, man. And you're still killing shit because you love to murder. If you can get everybody to wear a mask because they're scared of the air, you can get everybody to eat some lab meat. Stop killing shit. All this global warming shit is bullshit. If it was really a problem, lab meat would be available right now. They'd be acclimating you to the idea of eating meat that something didn't have to suffer to provide for you. You see? And some entities here are so fucked up. They're like, oh my God, they're making meat in the lab. They expect us to eat this shit. Huh. Well, you mass murdered fuck. A long time ago, you were supposed to already be fucking transferred over to this. Didn't you know that? If you're 40 years old, you were supposed to be born. The fucking meat on your table was created in a lab. Stupid. Instead, something had to suffer for you to have that meat. And then it was murdered. I mean, it's bad enough that it's murdered, but then you don't give it a life before you murder it. That's what's fucked up about your timeline, is all you freaky motherfuckers who don't give a fuck about them fucking animals that put the fucking food on your plate. Wow, how did they get you to sow that seed on yourself? They literally put you out there on spiritual landmines and told you to dance, and you're dancing. Come on, baby, let's do the twist. Come on, baby. You know? And keep grinding on that motherfucking spiritual landmine till it blows up. And then you die, and you get time looped on them animals you didn't give a fuck about. And you wonder, how the fuck did I get here? I never did nothing to a cow or a pig. But you did. You created a demand for it to sit in one spot. Never, ever move. And just lay there and produce meat. Animals are not supposed to be that. I'm sorry. Did you watch The Matrix and think that you're supposed to hook shit up to computers? Oh, you sick fuckers. Did you watch The Matrix and think that's what you're supposed to do to animals? Damn. I mean, just that being allowed to be put out to you was supposed to be like a warning. Hey, consider this. Do we consider anything? No. If the mainstream's controlled little pseudo-Jew slaves don't tell you, you don't believe it. It's like there never was a Jenner in the next timeline. Them rancid cunts didn't lift us up. They lifted up fucking shit that never fucking goddamn got born. They spent money that they didn't earn. They gotta get time loop to slaves now. Yes. I love taking Jenners into the fucking time loops and fucking a dog shit out of them and fucking slaves. It's like, there you go. Yeah, and this is only the beginning. I'm only one clone. How many times did you play that mainstream shit and create another clone of Vinny with every beat of it? And you were rich and famous and you had access to all the secrets, like all the stuff Vinny has taught. And you didn't fucking thwart you being used as a conduit to create more matter and antimatter out of Vinny. And here he's high-minded against you for being rich and stupid, elevating all the garbage men instead of the real men, you know? I mean, if there was a rich bitch that had the intelligence that God gave a rock, then you'd already be rich and famous. But there's not one rich woman who's not stupid as a booger in your nose, okay? They just don't. They're the hemorrhoids of stupidity. Look at their Twitter feeds. You don't believe me? Look at their Instagrams and TikToks. Just the fact that they have a TikTok is a statement against them, okay? That's a statement against them. I have a TikTok account. Do you? Wow, there's suffering animals out there and you got time to waste with that. Shit. If only somebody at TikTok was equal to Vinny, they'd close that shit down because it's distracting you from existing. Never was a TikTok. Never happened, nigga. Stupid. Dumb shit. You notice timelines get undone, right? You want everything you did to get undone with it, then you have to get spiritually executed after being time looped. It's all things you didn't benefit. Wait till that perimeter of the paradigm gets put on all spirits here. That, hey, we changed it. Instead of whatever you negatively affected, you get time looped as. Now you get time looped as all things you negatively affected, plus everything you could have positively affected, but you didn't. That means people that could have seen your thumbs up on a video, but you put a thumbs down. People could have seen your good comment on a video, but they saw your negative comment. Animals that could have been benefited by you, but instead, they were the opposite of benefited by you. This lipstick is old. It's weird. It sticks to the lips funny and it gets all over everything. Yeah. Vinny's body is hurt. I'm grateful that I was able to help Vinny out and get him up out of here. Because, man, I can't imagine my spirit being any more motherfucking bruised before graduating, you know? You know? I can't imagine enduring any more bruising at the hands of these fucking welfare phantoms who desecrated the very idea of Yah. They desecrated the very idea of religion. It's like, wow. Is there anybody Christian who isn't a cuckolder? Is there anybody Christian who won't take all your shit? Who won't close down your ministry? Is there any Christians anywhere who will be the opposite of what the Christians have been to me? Is there any Christians that would, instead of fucking you in your butt as a little child, will as an adult suck your dick instead? Are there any Christians who will, instead of talking bad shit about you, will say something good about you and try to promote you? Are there any anywhere? Are there any Christians that aren't full-blown fucking goddamn Satan cocksucking fucking hypocrites? Because, well, I have yet to meet one. Been here 56 years and I've never met a Christian that's not fucking foul and dangerous to everything that exists. Yeah, never met a good Christian. I don't know what the fuck people say when, you know, it's like they say, oh, good Christian. Oh, so you mean he fucks little kids a lot? He'll fuck your wife. He'll take your motherfucking business. He'll fucking goddamn lie about you, spread rumors about you to make himself look better. He'll go give money to a preacher to fuck children and fuck the wives of other men and buy steaks and cocaine. Yeah, he won't help an animal with his resources or his time. You know, nah, that's a Christian. Christians want there to be homeless animals, man. Yeah, their preachers don't preach against that shit. Their preachers preach against, you didn't bring enough money to my church. I had to buy a cheap crack hole instead of that good $1,500 bitch. Yeah. Vinny don't even spend his money on that when you donate to him. Stupid. This is the most frivolous it's ever been with donation money. Is 3/5 of vodka got bought out of it. Yeah. But from the looks of it, it was needed. Oh, shit. This guy's sick, so I think the alcohol is chasing something out of him. There's some kind of weird something happening to him. To my insides. It's like, I really don't want to let him end up in the hospital with me in his body. Okay. Oh. This is bad enough. This is a fate worse than death. You don't take a motherfucker like Vinny, a sing-songy happy motherfucker, and put him in a place where he can't bust out in song. He can't sing what the Spirit has put on him. This is a place of waiting for death. This is not a place of production for continuance of life. For those who don't understand the energy that Vinny got dumped in. All because, it's cheap. It's a nice place for cheap. Huh. Well, a bunch of parasitic motherfuckers who ain't trying to do nothing in this world will think that it's a great thing, right? I'd love to have your place if I was alone. Would you? Would you want to be all that Vinny was? Faithful to God, and have everybody judge you as not faithful to God? Everybody who can do it cuckold you with your wife. Everybody who can do it take something from you in some capacity. Take your dignity, gossip about you. I got family, brothers and shit that are so far beneath me. It's like you could put 1,000 of them on a fucking skin flake of my dick and you still don't got one of my skin flakes. Yeah. It's like, and they despise me and talk shit about me. It's like, wait a minute, you're a bug. You're a bug who hates your own fucking flesh, who tried to provide for you. Tried to defeat a fucking family curse to you or under, a multi-generational curse, and provide you with legacy. And instead of fucking promoting this motherfucker, what you do? You text out fucking videos of mainstream music acts that have been distracting from your brother. You nasty little fucking goddamn Edgar suit wearing bug. Damn. Little bug. See, Vinny didn't have any people in his life, in his family, that were decent. They're a bunch of pieces of shit. They killed that motherfucker as thoroughly as if they had fucking all lined up and fucking had a machine gun pointed at him and just emptied them all fucking goddamn magazines into him. The only person in his family that stopped firing off was his sister. Yeah. Jonna, the beautiful artiste one. Yeah. Mysterious artiste. She'll get some kind of acknowledgement for that. Does her brother have to fucking say it? That's sad. Because she had a husband. Huh? I'm sure she's probably had a boyfriend or two. None of them can pipe up for her? Can attest to her beauty, her character, and her artistic talent? You weren't blown away when you saw her paintings? You're a fucking zombie if you can see my sister's paintings and not be touched some kind of way. Okay? For real, you're like Bill Gates. You would rather watch fucking Abramovich play with fucking Dookie. Dookie and piss and blood. Ugh. Ugh. My sister mastered a craft, yo. And if you see her paintings, you'll understand that. But Vinny mastered a craft. And they won't even let you listen to his music. They told you can't listen to it. And they laced it, and they laced your mind so that you will reject it. Because that shit might heal you. It sure ain't going to activate no nanobots to make you more sick. At least that much you can know. You can enjoy his songs and not get sick. You listen to Kanye and Kendrick, well, you might get cancer. You're for real at least going to get a molested mind out of it. Alright, y'all. I feel like this is way long enough. And I just don't feel pretty enough to keep doing this. So have a good day. I don't know when I'll upload it, but you'll see it eventually.